Hi guys, welcome to your writing lesson for Monday. This week we're going to be focusing on writing friendly letters to people. So what you need to know about a friendly letter is that it has 5 parts, and this paper is set up to help you see that. You have a heading, a greeting, a body, a closing, and a signature. Now, you guys may know some of these words and others you may not quite know what they are. So I'm going to walk you through on this video how to write a friendly letter and what all of these mean, okay? So for the heading, a lot of times we just call that the date at the top of the letter. So today's date is August, so I'm going to write out August, and I capitalize August. You always want to capitalize your dates, or your days of the week and the months. Today is August 24th, and you're going to put a comma in between the day of the week and the year, so 2020. Because if you don't put that comma there, this is going to look like one huge number, okay? So you just put your date up here in the corner, so August 24th, 2020. Next is your greeting, and that's where you're going to say the name of whoever you're writing to. So today, you guys are going to write to me, and I'm going to write to you. So I'm going to say, Dear Class, but when you write to me, you'll write, Dear Ms. Drews. So Dear Class, and you'll always want a comma after your greeting at the very end. So far, we have 2 commas, and that's important to remember. One here and one here. Okay. Usually when I'm teaching letter writing, I skip the body at first and we go to the easy stuff. So I'm going to skip down here to the bottom to the closing. That's when you've written your date, you've written your greeting, you've written your huge message, and then you want to kind of close off and tell the person that's reading the letter, hey, I'm about ready to be finished, okay? So this is a place where you could say love and then you put your name, or from and then you put your name, or your daughter, or your student, or your friend, and then you put your name down here, because signature means name. So since I'm your teacher, I'm going to put your teacher. And I'm going to put a comma there. So these are the 3 important commas in your letter. You want one here in the date, at the end of your greeting, and at the end of your closing. And then I'll just go ahead and put my name, because that's easy. Okay, now we're left with the body of your letter. The body is like the main message that you're going to be writing to your whoever you're writing to. This week you're going to be writing about what you did this weekend. Okay, so I'm going to think about what I did this weekend, and I'm going to let you guys know in this letter what I did, and then maybe I'll ask you a question at the end, like, what did you do? And then that would be your chance to kind of think about it and write me back today, and that's going to be your writing assignment. So, dear class, I had a great weekend. Max and I went swimming at a friend's house. On Sunday, we drove to Fishers, because that's a city, so I'm capitalizing Fishers. I'm going to put a comma there, Indiana, to hang out with my brother and his family. We boated on Lake Geist. I think I'm spelling that one right. Ooh, that looks weird to me, but I'm going to just be okay with that for a minute. And maybe I'll look that one up later. We boated on Lake Geist and went to a park. there was a lot of smiling and laughing. I don't know if you guys will ever meet my brother, but he's pretty silly. He and I kind of get each other. So that it was a fun weekend. All right, and then I'll put, what did you do this weekend? Okay, after I write my letter, I'm going to reread it and just make sure that it sounds right. August 24th, 2020. Dear class, I had a great weekend. Max and I went swimming at a friend's house. I wish I would have put on Friday. On Sunday, we drove to Fishers, Indiana to hang out with my brother and his family. We boated on Lake Geist and went to a park. There was a lot of smiling and laughing. What did you do this weekend? Your teacher, Ms. Drews. All right, you guys, I want you to notice a couple things before I sign off here. One is that when you start your body, you want to indent, okay? Did you guys notice that I kind of moved my first line over a little bit and then everything else is lined up here on the side, right? So just put a finger or two right here and start your first line next to your fingers, and then after that, go back to the beginning. It just kind of helps your reader focus on one section at a time. It kind of like draws their attention to where to start. Okay. I also want to remind you guys that there are 3 important commas in all of these letters. In between your day and your year, at the end of the greeting, and at the end of the closing. So please remember to put those. You could even watch this video again after you write your letter just to make sure you remember those commas if you really wanted to. Okay. I also did some capitalizing. Every single section of this letter, there's 5 sections. Each section starts with a capital letter. Capitalized August, capitalized dear, my I is capitalized, and then down here my closing and my signature both start with capital letters. There were also capital letters in here too. For instance, the day of the week, Sunday, I had to capitalize that. I talked about a specific city and state, so those had to be capitalized. I also talked about the name of a specific lake. If I would have just said we went to the lake, I wouldn't have to capitalize anything. But if I'm saying we boated on Lake Geist, then those 2 letters need to be capitalized because it's kind of like giving the lake its name, right? So just like you would capitalize your own name, if you're naming a lake, then you would capitalize that. Okay, I think that's everything. So your job today in writing is to write me back and tell me what you guys did for the weekend. Have fun, and then when you're finished with your letter, please send it to me in assignments. Thanks, you guys. Bye.